What's going on, YouTube? It's Sensei, the place to be. Chill Train, Mr. Andy, back to give you guys another WWE 2K24 video. And yes, we are kicking it off officially, day one of the full roster reveal, okay? 2K tweeted out earlier that they gave us about a shot of Alba Fire, and on there it gave us a couple names that's going to be included on the roster. And what we see here, it shows as Alba Fire, Thea Hale, Bad Bunny, Jey Uso, Bronson Reed, Maxine Dupree, Isra Dawn, and Tegan Knox. So the cool thing is we've seen a screenshot already of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn already, so we are confirmed to be in the game. We also got that clip of when they showed last week of Rhea Ripley fighting Tegan Knox, so we got the clip of Tegan Knox in the game. But what I'm glad to hear is Thea Hale is going to finally be in this game, and I'm excited for it because I'm a big fan of hers. And the thing is, it's sudden she couldn't be in there last year because they put Chase U in there. And I thought it was going to be the group, but no, it's the first time she's going to be in the game now. I don't know if they're going to do the version of her now where she's hanging out with JC Jane, or if it's going to be the version, you know, in Chase U. I'm not necessarily sure how it's going to go. Then we get Bad Bunny. Now, another thing about Bad Bunny also is, okay, good to see Bad Bunny back in the game on the base roster now, who was a pre-order bonus last year. But are we going to get that Bad Bunny that came with the pre-order bonus, or are we going to get the Bad Bunny that they just dropped recently, part of the 2K23 DLC pack, which, you know, in the Backlash attire that he has? Bronson Reed is one that I'm very, very excited for because Bronson Reed should have been in the game back in 2K22. He was actually part of the DLC NXT pack that they said, but unfortunately we didn't get a chance to get that because he ended up getting fired. So then when he finally came back, it was like, okay, he'll be in 2K23, be a surprise, but he wasn't in that one. So finally, I'm glad he's on DLC. I'm glad he's on the base roster of this game. Big Bronson Reed. I can't wait to play as him, and it's great to see that. So those are what the roster reveal was, but we still got the ratings reveal going up, down, down, and we got a lot to talk about in that one. And we go over there, kick it off, because they start off with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So they start off with the 2K24 cover star, Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes looks magnificent in this game because obviously they take their time when it comes to the cover stars, you know, when it comes to making sure they look right. And Cody pretty much got like the same model from last year, maybe a little tweak here or there, but he looked great last year and he looks great this year. I love the attire that they picked for this year also. And of course, you're getting the one from WrestleMania 39 as well. So Cody Rhodes is in here, and Cody Rhodes has an overall rating of a 93. So this is a 2-point difference than his rating was last year in 2K23, which at 91. I do think he could camp a little bit higher, maybe 94, maybe 95, but it's still an upgrade from last year. Next on the list, we have the Ring General Gunther. Gunther comes in here and he looks great as usual, and I like to say his model always has looked good when he's been in these 2K games as well. And then they show him doing things, powerbomb, stuff like that to The Miz. And Gunther has a overall rating of 90, which is I think is a good rate for Gunther for especially the year that he's had. This is up one from last year when Gunther was an 89 in 2K23. So he has come up one. Next up, we have Johnny Gargano. Great to see Johnny Gargano back, and we haven't seen Johnny Gargano a lot on the TV, but of course it's great to see him back in the game as well. And we see his model. His model looks great. His in-ring action looks pretty similar to it was last year, as he's in there taking on Ludwig Kaiser. And the only thing about Gargano this year is that Gargano took a huge drop than what he was last year. It's probably because he's been injured and has been on TV, and he has an overall rating of 74. For Johnny Gargano, 74 overall rating, which is a drop, a massive drop from last year, which he had at 84. That's a 10-point drop than what he had from last year. Coming in next, we have Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Psychopath, and Drew McIntyre looks good, but the only thing about Drew is like he got the same. Looks like everything is the same from 2K23, obviously. He has the sword, he has, you know, the kilt that comes out, and I'm not saying he hasn't done that the previous year, of not, but you know, obviously we got used to this new troll heel Drew right now, which I'm loving right now. But still, the model looks good. Great to still have Drew McIntyre back in the game. And Drew McIntyre comes in with an overall of 89 for Drew McIntyre. 89 for Drew McIntyre. Now this is a drop for Drew, who came in at 91 last year in WWE 2K23. So it is a 2-point drop for him, but I think Drew is doing some of the best work he's ever done this year. In next, we finally have our first faction, which is Alpha Academy. All 4 members of the new Alpha Academy, that includes Otis, Chad Gable, Maxine Dupree, and Akira Tozawa. Now, I was, to be honest with you, shocked that they was even going to do this. I thought it was just going to be Chad Gable and Otis in there as well. Well, they both look great in there. Otis got the beard back and he got the hair back now. And taking on the Creed brothers, which confirms the Creed brothers for 2K24. Akira Tozawa is finally back, not the ninja outfit again. I'm so glad he's back to his normal ways as he's taking on R-Truth at the moment. And then we get a debut of Maxine Dupree, who's not part of the M&M thing. She's doing the Alpha Academy thing, and I love to see that. And now their ratings come in as suspected. Chad Gable an 80, Otis a 74, Maxine Dupree 64, and Tozawa a 68. Now Maxine Dupree is new this year, so she does not have, she was in the game last year, so 64 sounds about right because she needs a lot of work. But when it comes to Gable and Otis and Tozawa, Chad Gable is a 77 compared, which is an upgrade now because he was a 77 last game, so now he's an 80. Otis took a drop because I guess he went more to the silly version of Otis, opposed to the more serious Otis, because Otis was an 80 in WWE 2K23, and now he is at 74. And when it comes to Akira Tozawa, he dropped massively as well, as in last game he was a overall 73, and now he's an overall 68. We have another faction in place. We're doing the Judgment Day, and I see that they put JD McDonough part of Judgment Day also, but right now Finn Balor is in the game, of course, and he looks great. He looks like his almost the same model from last year. No really much changes in there too much, but I think he still looks good with the full face beard. I think he actually probably looks a little bit better in this game. Then they also added JD McDonough, who is now part of Judgment Day. However, in this game, it looks like he just has his regular JD McDonough attire on. It doesn't look like he has any of the purple on, but it still has to qualify as a member of Judgment Day. Maybe they'll just add him in there. Maybe they'll update it later. But you can see by the name tag, it comes up, it's still like the old school JD McDonough, which is fine. I think it'll be enough time for it anyway. As you go in here against Jinder Mahal, which confirms Jinder Mahal for the game as well. So great to see them adding JD McDonough in their part of the Judgment Day. And they round out Judgment Day with Damian Priest, which I think his model looks amazing. It really looks good seeing Damian Priest's model in this game. He looks great as he's going there. They just beat up on the Miz in the highlights that we have here. And Senor Money in the Bank is ready to come in and make an impact. And so we gotta see what their ratings are. So the ratings for Judgment Day in this game are Damian Priest 86, Finn Balor 87, and JD McDonough at a 71. This is an update for Damian Priest because in 2K23 Damian Priest came in at an 84. Finn Balor stayed the same, stayed neutral at an 87, which I can agree with that. Doesn't need to go higher, doesn't need to go lower. And JD McDonough last year was a 79 for 2K23 and now dropped drastically at a 71. Maybe because he's been losing all the R-Truth. Rounding out the ratings revealed today, we get, it says the Bloodline. And I already automatically got scared. But we get Solo Sikoa here with his updated model from last year. He looks great as well. So I'm glad that he got the updated model, more the Bloodline attire. But we get main event Jey Uso. That's what I was worried about. I didn't know if we was going to get main event Jey Uso. They was going to try to put him in the Bloodline. They kept Jimmy with his Bloodline stuff. I mean, it's just like the original, just black and red, opposed to just having the all red. But I can't say that Jey Uso is main event Jey Uso, and we also get to see Jimmy give a super kick to Luke Gallows, which confirms, you know, the OC in the game as well, so that's great. But main event Jimmy Uso, he is in there, he looks great. He don't have the yeet, he doesn't have the yeet shirt on. We got main event Jey Uso, but he's still doing his taunt and everything coming out, so I'm glad to see that updated Jey Uso in there. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they'll update last minute, give him the yeet shirt or not, but it's still great to see him. And when it comes to their ratings, we have Jimmy Uso 84, Jey Uso at a 90, and Solo Sikoa at an 86. So when it comes to Jimmy Uso took a drop. Jimmy Uso in 2K23 was 89, now it's down to an 84. Jey Uso stays the same at a 90 for 2K23 and 2K24, even though I think maybe in 2K24 you can give him like a 91. Solo Sikoa with an upgrade because he was 82 in W2K23, now is an 86. And that's what we have today for the roster reveal. So I know tomorrow we're going to get more names, we're going to get more ratings reveals, and we're going to get all that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to be up to date on what's going on with 2K24, and also before I get out of there, we have embargo dates now. Okay, so one day for those who know me, I've been doing since 2K16. One day I hope to get invited out by 2K to be part of the community and stuff like that. So they got to invite more content creators and all people out there, and we got some embargo dates going up on when we're going to get more content. So when it comes to the embargo dates, I'm gonna show y'all what we got coming up for you guys. Alright, this comes from Miss T's page or Twitter account, who put up the embargo dates. You guys can go check out Miss T as well. I've seen some of her videos on 2K before. She does great stuff. So on February 23rd at 4 p.m. we're going to get play. So I'm guessing it's going to just get gameplay of what's coming up with us. February 26th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. These are all Pacific times. Now I'm on the East Coast, so I'm gonna get these 3 hours later than what this time says. We're gonna get showcase, so we'll probably get the showcase matches. Probably gonna get something about see how the Firefly Funhouse works. February 27th is gonna be My Rise and Creation Suite. And then February 28th at 8 a.m. Pacific time is going to be My GM and Universe, something that we've really been waiting for and really want to see. So you know it's going to be busy that week, so you guys know that the content is going to be dropping for you guys. I'm going to be working like a madman to try to make sure I get all the news out for you guys and my opinions out for you guys. And if you guys want to see all that, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Make sure you hit that like button as well. It really helps out the video. And we'll be back with more WWE 2K24 news right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC in the place to be. Chill Train Mr. Andy, and the Nerd Coalition is out.